Today is December 28th, 2022. I'm recording this at 3 a.m. Mountain Time. I was really excuse me. I was really wanting to avoid this kind of update. And unfortunately, due to the severity of the situation, my hand is forced. Some of you may know from the last update that there was mentions of accusations involving let's just say some very serious activity. Truth be told, I'm not exactly sure how the hell the situation escalated to the point it is. And be proactive about how I do this. Normally, under the circumstances, if something like this were to take place under good terms, I wouldn't bother with something like this. However, when there's accusations of racial discrimination, perhaps even sexist remarks, my hand gets forced into having to do damage control like this in order to protect further company interests and the interests of those who may decide to work with us or take part in our new services down the road. So, you may notice that some of you may know already that Sherry is no longer with Bonkers. Her decision is going to be respected and honored. She will have an open door to bigger projects down the line once more has come into fruition. And I do truly hope that she does well in whatever future endeavors she tries. I cannot stress enough, and really don't want to go further into details on to point fingers. I'm not one to subscribe to gossip. Quite frankly, I'm irritated with it because, some of you may not realize this. I barely turned 27 next month, and there's individuals who are who are damn near old enough to be my parents, acting like a self-centered 15-year-old. An example I've used is one of my cousins on a bad day, and there was an incident where our grandma was going into the hospital, and the only thing she cared about was the Wi-Fi not working. So yeah, I'm a little peeved that it's come to this. I should not have to come on here and say that discrimination of any type is tolerated, is accepted. I shouldn't have to constantly monitor or fear what the latest bit of gossip is when this so-called paranormal community, of investigators can't bother to actually hear all sides to a story. Due to the severity of the claims, investigations were conducted internally, brought forward by outside parties. And I was also going to try to wait until the new year to try to let some of the holiday stress simmer off. Because let's face it, this time of year, everybody gets a little stressed out. Shit goes sideways. Loved ones and might end up not making it to the new year. It's an unfortunate fact. And it's also around this time of year where the mental health of individuals might take a turn for the worse because of everything that's going on. It's why I want Bald and Bonkers to be a platform where anybody can grow, regardless of their background, regardless of skin color. It's ridiculous, and I'm having to come out and say this because, quite frankly, even if you follow the belief that we all choose the lives and bodies we incarnate into, like we're something out of a Sims game, the fact that we have to have these discussions, the fact that there's these biases that destroy lives, and I'm not going to sit here and claim that I know what it's like. The closest thing I've got for discrimination is the fact that I was freakishly tall most of my life. You know, the old saying, there's, you don't want somebody to mess with you, find the biggest guy and knock him out. Well, what are you supposed to do when you're the biggest guy? A lot of truly great things can unfold when people set aside their differences and actually set the intention to truly work towards something. And perhaps it's because certain individuals take advantage of any group dynamic as a social gathering, not really contributing, but perhaps unloading things, personal matters that they might not have a chance to at home. These situations are complicated. Taking into consideration everyone's situations, especially this time of year, makes matters worse. As much as I'd love for this to be a stream where everything's happy-go-lucky and we have amazing projects coming together, which we do, the severity of the accusations that have been unfolding make it to where I have to do this. It sucks. I know. And hey, Christine, Living Histories Mysteries, how's it going? Haven't seen you pop on here in a while. Anyway, that's all I had to say on the matter. Because there's been certain incidents coming forward where potential investors, partners, for a number of different projects. I've been concerned about the behavior that's been taking place. I'm here to say that it's done. Bald and Bonkers will be focusing on growth, focusing on new shows, better content, more interesting guests. I am not going to let petty bullshit ruin this amazing thing. This is not a time when we should be looking for reasons to divide. I find it funny that a lot of these incidents seem to have started after I played my protection tones. So perhaps on some level, this is a cleansing of some sort to allow for something much better to come down the road. And we're going to make that happen. Speaking of which, to move on away from depressing ass topics, Bald and Bonkers website now actually has some new updates that some of you might be interested in. You may remember that there were a number of services that we were going to offer, as well as classes and also new merch stores and things like that. Well, I'll be honest. Due to the fact that I'm towards the tail end of a head cold, hey Meeps, don't recognize you, but hello. Because I'm at the tail end of head cold, I've kind of said fuck it all so I can try to sleep this thing off. I fell a little bit behind. But if you are interested in becoming a guest on our main show, we have a new appointment form set up. And hopefully the rest of the chat will fill up here soon. If you can see this tiny ass text towards the bottom. There we go. That link right there. There's going to take you to a little bit of an appointment form. I know you nobody like to fill out the forms. Well, we got to know how the kind of questions to ask about you. And screw you, whoever just tried to monetize on this shit. Fuck you. Anyway, this is a link to set up that is specially set up with an appointment form. I know not everybody likes filling out forms. Believe me, my eyes get crossed every time I have to go through legal stuff. But this will help keep things a lot more organized. It will help get the right information about our guests, and as well as basically just make things look a hell of a lot more professional. Secondly, there's going to be a change in a bit of a format with how the shows are presented. You can still be able to catch them live, but in order to try to release the podcast and video versions out at the same time, I'm going to try to present things a little bit differently. So, if you would like to catch a live show of Bald and Bonkers, be a part of the show as it's filming, maybe even see the secret dreams that we have to hide away because people suck some days, that is a link to our Patreon. We're going to have updates from the company, exclusive live streams that are going to be available a week before everybody else gets to see it, as well as new ways to contribute to the shows. That is a link. Let's see. What else do we have to cover here today? Well, I think that's it, actually. Like I said, this is just a short little update. wanted to kind of address the situation at hand is that unfortunately, while not exactly the favorite outcome, the situation has resolved itself, and we're all going to move forward with kindness and respect and support that we wanted to try to bring together at the start. It's just that when you try to get so many people involved, too many personalities mix. Unfortunately, the concoct you put too much shit in the bowl and try to put it in the oven. It's going to end up kind of funny, no matter what you do. It's like I ain't no fucking Gordon Ramsay. I wish I was someday. But I will say that a lot of people are acting like some bloody fucking donuts. Sorry, I had to vent. You know, it's not healthy to keep these things pent in. I'm trying to be all professional because I'm trying not to repeat some of my angry outbursts that I've been known for in the past, but people really be testing me. So anyway, much love. See you all next time. And if you don't see any updates from me here soon, have a safe and happy New Year. Please drink responsibly if you go out. You know, be safe. Be safe out there. Meeps, unfortunately, this is not exactly, it wasn't exactly a good start, but due to some disturbing situations that have unfolded, I kind of have to do damage control as the main boss man for this little shindig we got together. But there's always going to be more good stuff to come. Going to be bad stuff, some good stuff, and some really weird shit. Because it wouldn't be Bald and Bonkers without something weird going down, right?